Hey, it's Nooch, and Nooch is here with your guide to obtaining the ghost through the ghost hunting event at a 5-star level with your free-to-play space team, consisting of the 5 characters you're seeing up here right now. Kelvin, Cold, Locust, Reed, and Dwayne. Free-to-play characters. We're going to leave out Quincy. He's only at 5-star anyway. We can't use him in the 6-star side of it. We wanted to show you how you can get this done. Now, Nooch, you're going to see here in a minute the 5-star battle. And Nooch really feels like if you've got your characters at 6 stars and Gear 6, and you got that Galaxy Explorer at 5 stars, you stand a very good chance of getting Ghost at 5 stars. That 5-star level is not super difficult. The 6-star level is a whole different story. We'll talk about that too. So we're going to show you Nooch's roster here. The Galaxy Explorer at 5 stars with the third ability, which gives you a 40% chance to remove all buffs and give yourself pep and take pep away from your opponent. Nooch is here at that 40% level. Later, when we did the 6-star level, we got it up to a 50% level. And then we had the second ability in Galaxy Explorer at, I only think 2 or 3 stars, just to give ourselves a chance to get dodgy at the beginning of the battle. So those are your free-to-play stuff. You may have Ice Station Odyssey if you've been playing bricks for longer than Nooch has. Nooch has got it at like 4.5 stars, something like that. We're not going to get to 5 by the end of the event. So here's the turn order. You're going to start with a taunt from Locust. You're going to put a damage block on Locust from Kelvin. And then you're going to try to get rid of Lloyd in this part of the event. After Lloyd, your priorities are Highwayman and DigiJ. Then you get rid of the zombies and Spooky Girl. That's really all there is to it. I mean, we can go on and on and on. But let's talk about some of the synergies with the Galaxy Explorer and your characters and how it works. You're definitely going to want to use that stun that we just used from Reed right there a lot. But the synergies, the Galaxy Explorer, so every time one of your space heroes does damage to an opponent, you have if you max it out, you have a 50% chance to remove all of their buffs. I think it's, and then you're going to add 3 pep to your character and remove 3 pep from the other character, I think up to 7 buffs. So up to 21% there and 21% pep for you. So that's a significant amount. It's a big trade-off, and it's going to lead you to doing somewhat of a fair amount of basics, just trying to get rid of those buffs. So keep that in mind, what the Galaxy Explorer does well while you're using it, if you're using a Galaxy Explorer. That's what we're here to show you. And again, you can see we're going through this first part of the 5-star event. It hasn't been that difficult so far. These characters don't have a lot of health. The zombies are probably going to revive. They're both at 75% of a chance to revive, so that's fine. See it right there, 75% chance. So get ready for them to revive pretty much every time. 3 out of 4 times, you got 2 of them, you're going to get it every time. Nooch is, as far as getting through this, you may even be able to do this like a 5-star team if you've got Quincy in there. But when we get to that 6-star level, we're going to show you Nooch's best run at 6 stars. We're going to show you the Ghost Unbox here in a minute too. But after the Ghost Unbox, we'll show you that 6-star run. We'll talk about the turn order there because that might help you. Nooch thinks the turn order can help you even if you're using like Gorwell or you're using Kartovsky or both of them or whatever, Quincy. Nooch is not sure how the Ice Station Odyssey would work on that 6-star level because you really need to try to remove debuffs pretty heavily, and you'll see what I'm talking about here shortly. Okay, with these guys up, that second tier, when Kai comes out, get rid of Kai. Remove Kai. Take out Kai, and then take out Highwayman, and then you've gotten rid of most of the damage that second wave is going to do on this 5-star level. Those are your 2 priorities, Kai and Highwayman, then DigiJ, and then the other 3 you can just eliminate in some order. You can use them to kind of regroup, spread some damage around, regroup, maybe get some counterattacks and build up some more health. So that's what you're going to see there. We get a Burnibus counterattack. We didn't get any health. Again, 65% chance. So if we do it again and we get a counter, there you go. We got a bunch of health with that counter from Burnibus. Burnibus is a guy that's always going to have counter. We got more health there from Burnibus again. You're going to want to save the specials. Yeah, just use the basics. Once you get rid of Highwayman and Kai, you're going to want to do a lot of basics on this level just to save up for that final level so you can use your specials on that final level. So here we're going through Yeah, Nooch looks like he wants to get rid of Wu. Well, Nooch, no, so yeah, Wu came in there. Did Wu sneak in, or was he there the whole time? Nooch wasn't. Was he stealth? He's so stealthy. So stealthy. Okay, so get rid of Wu too. Please get rid of Wu. Wu will, Wu, Kai, Highwayman, and Wu. Dump them first, then you can deal with the other ones. Nooch needs a drink. Sorry, we've been talking a lot today. We've with the live stream of this. If you want to see that, you can. We'll jump in there. We'll put it right up there. The live stream for it may not be available by the time we publish it, but it's available if you go into Nooch's videos on the Nooch's homepage. It should still be up there as live stream, just streamed a few hours ago, right at the beginning of the event. Okay, in this final level, you're going to want to target Ghost and Lloyd first because they're both going to stealth the rest of the team. So you want to get rid of the rest of the team's stealth because if you're going after like Willa right away, if you don't take her out in one shot, which is not going to happen, she's going to stealth. Then you'll try to get Garmadon, and he's going to stealth. Lloyd and Ghost, get rid of them, and you'll get rid of the stealth that everyone in the team is going to get. Then you can go after Willa next, then Basil, and then Garmadon, and then Spooky Girl if she's still around by then. So there you see everybody stealthed. They got stealth from Ghost when they took damage, or I think it's went below 50% health, they stealth. And Lloyd gave everybody stealth too. So there we did an AoE, knocked everybody out. Now we're going to finish off Ghost, and you can see the exact order Nooch just said. Ghost, Willa, Basil, Garmadon. Nooch always leaves Garmadon for last, and not because, you know, he enjoys taking massive, gigantic boot stomps from him, but he's got that AoE heal that just gives him all his health back as soon as you take it away. So Nooch really tries to avoid attacking Garmadon too early. And there you see Locust. Generally speaking, when you can taunt with Locust, you want to taunt because it protects the rest of the team and it gets him back 35% of his own health. And it's really the only guaranteed heal that you've got on this team. The rest of this should be pretty simple. After you get rid of Willa, I think Nooch autos it from there. Or maybe we wait till we got Garmadon and we auto it. But there you can see, we got through this event with our character. Oh, we stunned Garmadon. Very nice. With Nooch's free-to-play characters and set without a lot of stress. There wasn't much here to be worried about. We really took him out, and there Commander Cole finishes off Garmadon, and we get the Ghost. So let's show you the unboxing of the Ghost a little bit. We did take a look at the Ghost's attack at 5 stars and gear 6, and it is as good as anybody's in the game, including Kai. It's right up there with Kai's, maybe better. We'll have to do a little bit more comparison when we get them both starred up and geared up. But the Ghost is a serious, serious attacker, and he's a lot of synergy with the rest of your team as far as stealthing them when they fall low in health. So, yeah, that you're going to want to keep the Ghost as an attacker. Maybe use him in the attacker challenge. So we tried the 6-star level a few times without success. So we decided, let's go ahead and 7-star Blacktron Dwayne, spend the 1.5 million coin. Ugh, I mean, just to see if it helped, and it did. And then we're going to go back and we're going to add a gear piece we had to Locust and a gear piece we had to Reed, just to get them both more health and give ourselves a little more survivability, especially with Locust. You want him to have as much health as possible. So we went through and upgraded those things. We upgraded the Galaxy Explorer to the maximum on that third ability, so we have a 50% chance to remove all debuffs, which we're only at 40% on the 5-star level. Nooch doesn't know if his voice is going to make it. So there you go. And we finished off. We leveled up Dwayne's ability there. It was a little more crit chance than that. I don't even know. Who cares? Dwayne's just a meat shield. That's all he is. Wish we could put taunt on him. That'd be nice. He did get taunt one time, and Nooch enjoyed that, watching him take damage and get knocked out before anybody else. That was momentous. Okay, here we go. Turn order. Locust, taunt. Kelvin, damage block on Locust. Cole does his special. Then you're going to try to use a basic with Reed to get rid of all of Basil's buffs. If you accomplish that with Reed or with Dwayne, because Dwayne goes right after Reed, then you've got a chance. If you don't accomplish that, if you don't get rid of Basil's buffs, you're kind of sunk right off the bat because you're not going to be able to get through this team well enough. You see there, it was a basic on Basil. All of his buffs are gone. We got some extra pep for Reed. We took away some of Basil's pep if he had any there. And now we're going after Willa. So you want to stun Willa even though we're bricked here on this ability, because somehow Willa's basic spreads debuffs from their team to your team, and then you get bricked, and then Spooky Girl starts spreading bricked around everybody on your team. You're just going to get crazy debuffs. So we're going to stun Willa. Then we're going to do as much. Well, why did we go after Magisto there? We should have just kept going after Willa. So just pound on Willa until she's gone. Get her out. And then your next two priorities are Magisto and Basil. Get them out of the game. You want them gone because you want to be down to Spooky Girl and Yorick and Brutus on this first level. Now, Brutus is going to start throwing taunt around. And one thing to remember with Brutus is when he does that, when he does this right here, boom, look, he has dodgy. So your next shot on Brutus is going to miss. Do not do a special on Brutus if he has dodgy. Watch out for that. Keep an eye out. You see here we're doing basics, trying to get rid of his buffs, and 2 fails, 3 fails, and this AoE never gets rid of any buffs. We got all those buffs right there. We didn't do it. We taunted. For some reason, it seems to be a development problem to Nooch that Locust AoE does not clear any buffs on the opponent. And the Galaxy Explorer reads, and let's take a look at it. We're gonna look at it again to make sure we're not missing anything. We're pulling it up here while the video's running. We're pulling it up on our phone. So the Galaxy Explorer, third ability, says, whenever a space hero deals damage to a target foe, there's a 50% chance to clear all buffs from that foe. It says nothing about AoE's not working. So there's no reason that Locust AoE should not clear buffs from 2 or 3 of your enemies. So that's something that seems like a bug. Not sure why it's in there. Hopefully the devs will get it fixed before the end of this event. And it might give us a better chance, because then you're going to have Locust clearing buffs and taking more turns. If they want to not make it so that's possible, then put it in the verbiage of the thing. Let's take a look at Locust AoEs. I don't think they're going to say that they're immune to the Galaxy Explorer, right? That'd be really weird. Yeah, no, nothing. They're not immune to anything. So there's no reason, no stated reason why that AoE shouldn't be removing buffs from multiple enemies at the same time. Okay, so we're using basics. We didn't realize as much here, but later on, as we try this a few more times, you want to try to use basics when you can against opponents that have a lot of buffs. So if you're not sure who to target, in this case, you want to get Magisto out of here, even though he's stunned. If you're not sure who to target an opponent with a lot of buffs. Because if you clear those buffs, you have a 50% chance to clear them. And then if you clear them, you get a bunch of pep for you, and you remove a bunch of pep from your opponent. So the other thing. So those are the things you want to do. Target foes with a lot of buffs. Taunt with Locust whenever possible. Damage block on Locust while he's taunting. Whenever possible with Cold. Save that second special for when you have like Locust with damage block and under 50% health. Because then he will gain damage immunity. And if you can somehow get lucky and you get damage immunity, let's take a look at Commander Cold here just to make sure we're not whistling Dixie. Yeah, 50% or less health have a 70% chance to gain damage block. If they already had damage block, clear it and grant them damage immunity instead. So, if you can get damage immunity on Locust while he's taunting, or on even another character, any kind of damage immunity on anybody is where you want to be. So try to save Cold Special for a time when a character like there. Locust has less than 40% health, has damage block, and now he has damage immunity. If only he were taunting, which I think we're going to taunt here in a second, right? And that can really extend your game. Okay, in the second level, once you get down to 2 minifigures on that first level, you're going to drop in these 4 new characters. It's Slimer, Ghost, Barnabas, and Princess... Nooch never uses Castle at all. Princess Vespa. She's a base. Princess, she's a Jewish princess. Princess Verda, not Vespa, Verda. So there's not a lot of damage out there except for Ghost and Slimer. So you're going to want to stun Slimer whenever possible, but when he goes below 75% health, he's going to stealth. Ghost will also give him stealth when he takes damage too. So Slimer's going to be stealthing a lot. So try and stun him with Reed's first special whenever you can. Otherwise, you're not really scared of a lot of the rest of this besides Ghost and Slimer. You kind of like Burnibus because he's going to taunt and he's going to counterattack and you're going to gain some health back. So that's actually somewhat helpful. Now, Nooch should be targeting Burnibus right here because he's the only way to go. Not only does he have more buffs to get rid of, although we just got rid of all of York's buffs. And now York is within range of getting rid of completely, although with Slimer up, we want to wait to see if we can get the stun with Reed. So, yeah, take out York there. Now we do the AoE, and again, watch, no buffs are going to be cleared on this AoE. Nooch really does not get what is happening there because there should be buffs clearing on 40% of the characters, 50% of the characters, you've got it maxed out. What is next? So we got the stun, but we can't hit Slimer with the stun, so there's nobody else that's really worth stunning. Maybe Verda. But now we're using basics to try and get rid of buffs. The more you can use a basic to get rid of buffs, the better chance you have of giving. You're going to give your characters more turns. You're going to take turns away from the enemy, and you're going to be getting rid of all their buffs. I mean, all of that is so valuable, you can't even express it. We should be targeting Slimer here again. But we used, looks like we used the damage block. Who are we going to put damage block on? I think we're going to let Blacktron Dwayne go and put it on Commander Cold. There you go. Blacktron Dwayne, he's so low in health, even the damage block is only going to keep him alive for maybe an extra turn. There we did not get a stun on Slimer, but we got him down to within range. And we did use a special. We got damage block. We got damage immunity on Cold and Kelvin. Did they have damage block a minute ago? We'll have to go back and watch that again. You should watch it again, definitely. You should rewind this whole video and watch it 7 times. You really need to know the details of this event. Okay, when you get down to 3 on that second phase, you're going to bring in Brutus again, Ghost again, and Jester. And here's the problem it presents, especially if you're free to play with the characters that Nooch has. You got Jester taunting, you got Brutus throwing taunts around, but the guy you really need to get rid of is Ghost. So Ghost is the real damage dealer here. The other ones do damage, but Ghost is the one that's the most scary, but you're not going to be able to get to him unless you can get some RNG and get rid of these buffs. And Nooch really needs to find a way to get Locust to this final tier. If we can get Locust here with these 3 guys, we have a better chance. And Nooch is going to keep trying throughout the event he's going to level up his space character and continue leveling them up. Continue trying the event, recording every time, and if we are able to get a 6-star Ghost with our free-to-play roster, we will definitely have it recorded and show it to you. Just be prepared. It's going to take a lot of tries. It might take 100 tries to get there, but we're going to keep trying. We're going to keep trying throughout this event and see if we can bring you something really special, because this right here was Nooch's best run, and it was before he really understood about using basics to get rid of the buffs. And once Nooch understood that, that's actually a pretty big benefit because of, especially with the pep exchange. So if you can get your characters more chances to go. Look at the Ghost when he's stunned. He flies around sideways. That's pretty cool. More chances to go. You see we're about to be ended here. We're gonna let it play through the final little last pip of health. That's really all that Nooch has got for you today. We're gonna show you a minute. You can always subscribe down in the corner down over there, your bottom right, Nooch's bottom left. We're going to pop up a subscribe button. We're going to pop up another video talking about the space sets or getting ready for this event as well. And always remember, while you're looking at all that stuff, Nooch too good.